Good morning to all of my awesome family and friends and anyone that might have just stopped by to see what we're going to do for this challenge. This is an open invitation for June Fairy Garden Challenge or Miniature Garden. Hope you guys have a great time looking at all the awesome creators that have joined in on this challenge. Please go check them all out and see what they came up with. I have already have one of my awesome followers actually doing a fairy garden a day like I'm doing. I was so happy and surprised. I guess she's going to have to get her own personal shout out for that. Well, let's get going on what I've already done. These are some of the fairy gardens I have already put up since June 1st. I'm putting a fairy garden up every day. So anyone that thinks putting up a fairy garden is hard, try 30 or more. And I'm going to show you how bad some of my fairy gardens look. They don't all look good. But I did want to show you what some of them did turn out like. And I hope you enjoyed looking at my dinosaur world, how nice it was looking and prehistoric. And that's for my great-grandsons when they come over and play. They can have fun and they don't hear the word, no, don't touch. Because I don't want to be one of those grandmothers. I want to be one of those where the grandkids can come over or great-grandkids and want to come and see you because there's things to do at your home. Well, I'm going to start now by showing you what we did today. As you can see, this is just a recap of this area. Now, I've already cleaned it out when I took these pictures, but I didn't want to show you what I did. I just wanted to show you the pretty plants that are all about. None of these plants are new. These plants have all been in here. And the one little palm tree there is something my granddaughter gave me, and it's not real. So we can use it for all kinds of stuff in the future. But all the plants you're seeing are plants that have been in this area for years. And this is a mum that you're looking at now. And believe it or not, it's probably been there 2 or 3 years. And I have a lot of plants that are actually in this raised bed. It's been about 6 or 7 years since I built it. And there's some videos up on that process too. I have a lot of raised beds in my yard because that's important for me because I'm old. It's hard to be on my knees. Now this is what it looked like with all the plants are all about in here. These are all planted. They've been in there for a couple of years. And everything looks, well, it doesn't look bad because I cleaned all the grass out and weeds. And there wasn't a lot because this is an area that's used every year for fairy gardens. And most of my fairy garden areas, they just look messy, but they're not really full of weeds because they're always being used and planted and stuff. These plants live from year to year, and like some of these are going to die back, but the seeds will come back next year. And like the fern in the back, that's in there, and the mum has been in there about 3 years. So anyway, let's see what else we're going to do to this. Now we've already cleaned it up. I'm going to use some grass clippings and I'm going to put it down on top of these leaves and stuff and build up a natural barrier against weeds because I don't want to be in here every day doing weeds. Now, as you can see, I've put down the grass clippings. They don't cost me anything. They're free also. That rock has been in my yard for years, and that was no expense also. And you can see just putting the fresh grass clippings, how much fresher and cleaner and everything looks nice in there now. And the ferns sort of pop a little bit, and so do the mums. And I'm hoping you're enjoying how we're doing this garden. We're building it from start to finish. Now, these are the items we're going to use in the garden. The wood rounds you see, my grandson gave them to me a few years back. He was cutting down a tree and he cut them up and made those rounds for me because he knew I would love them for my fairy garden. I have so many awesome family members. Now, none of these items you're seeing on this table are new. These are all old, and the reason why they look so good because they don't stay out in the yard. These are items that go out for their photo ops and come back in, including the palm tree. The only thing that's been outside for the last 3 or 4 years is those wooden rounds you see in the fairy garden. I don't know how long I've had them. I've had them at least 2 or 3 years. And now I have put them into my fairy garden where they're going to go. One is going to be where the standing up, that's for the door can lean against it, and the other one is where the fairies are going to stand. And I thought it turned out pretty nice, and I still have some more of these rounds I'm going to be using in other future fairy gardens you're going to see in the next couple of weeks, because we have to do 30 fairy gardens in 30 days. Now I'm going to place the door right in front of the one round, and there are my 2 little fairies, and I have some little mushrooms off to the one side. I thought it turned out pretty nice. I hope you agree. Trying to show you the different ways of building a fairy garden without spending a lot of money. Everything here you saw in this fairy garden are things I already had and owned. This was a 100% totally free fairy garden that I built. There was nothing I bought new for it. I hope you enjoyed it. I just put in it was a little house, and I turned it around for you couldn't see it's a house, and it has little tulips in it, and I thought it looked pretty, all like some little tulips over in the corner. You can do lots of things to make your place look nice, or your fairy gardens. You just need to go out and look and shop your home, your yard, and whatever you have. And I didn't even buy one new plant for this fairy garden. I am trying so hard not to spend any money this year, or very little money. So, this doesn't mean you can't make an area look very pretty, and ferns like this last from year to year. Those were 2 little ferns that I think I bought them at Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. They were very tiny, but they've been in there probably about 3 years, and that's why they're so big. But they weren't big when I put them in there. So Dollar Tree and 99-cent store are great. Maybe it was a 99-cent store I bought the ferns at, the more I think about it. Anyway, a 99-cent store gets a lot of very inexpensive plants, and just because they're small, don't turn your nose up at them. You'd be surprised how pretty they can look in a matter of a year or 2. As you see, these ferns are really pretty now, and I only spent originally $2 for 2 of them. But I thought everything turned out really awesome. I really enjoyed it. What do you think? For a free fairy garden, did it not turn out beautiful? I can't wait to see all of you awesome creators. Everyone, please go out and check them out.